This is my BMW E92 M3 limited edition. That is also a BMW E92 M3, not a limited edition. Want to know the difference? Follow me. I've done the preventative maintenance on my E92 M3. This one, however, is seized. So here I am, back with another project. This E92 M3, I bought it off eBay on a non-runner auction because the bottom end is seized. Now it looks like it's come from a garage. The chap was really nice, a South African bloke. He deals in Range Rovers, so doesn't know much about these. He says he bought it as a bit of a project, wanted to do like a track day thing in it, and I think he bought it as a non-runner. So what we're going to go ahead and do, obviously it's difficult for someone buying a car like this because you don't really know what's wrong with it until you get down to the nitty and gritty. It's here, so we're literally first going to do the basic checks. So if you are going to look at an E92 M3 or even your own, check these things. I keep badgering on about the rod bearings. It's a real problem. There it is. I've got one which has had the maintenance work done with the rod bearings and everything, and it runs fine. And now I've bought another one, and I think the bottom end is seized, and it's going to be down to the rod bearings. There's going to be two things with this, guys. It's either going to be rod bearings have spun and seized, or one of the main bearings is done on the journals and then the engine is scrapped. Depending on how much we find, it's either a rebuild or scrap. But we're going to cross that bridge when we come to it. So let's go. So the first thing we're going to do is take the oil filter housing off. Now another thing we can do is just look down here. If I open this, I'm doing this live by the way, guys. I don't want you to think I've looked at it before. I've literally just pulled it in. Everything I'm doing now, you're doing it with me. I'll take the cap off. Can't see anything too bad there. Another giveaway sign is here. Oh, is that a bit of copper there? You ready, Joseph?
Yeah.
Oh, some Neanderthals tightened this up. This is what happens when people don't use torque wrenches. It's 25 Newton meters, not 60.
There you go.
Dry. It's a bit glittery. A few speckles in there, but now under the light there's a few speckles in there. You know what speckles means, don't you? Bioproduct of worn metal. Let's keep going. Right. One of my colleagues has just shouted over copper's not magnetic. It's not. But the bearings are not just copper. There's other materials in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But that's gritty.
Is that bad?
Well, this is the oil filter housing. So the oil passes around the engine, comes up here, goes through the filter and straight back down. Now that, you can see the engine oil colour is not meant to be like that. There's a lot of metal in there. I mean, I've just picked up a good chunk there. Can you see that? That is literal, that's swarf. Oh my goodness. That is just like, that's basically pasted metal. There's a lot of oil under here, Joe. Now I have known these engines to throw out rods as well. If there was a rod broken here, you would see a lot of oil. Oh my god, that is liquid paste. That is metal. So the little oil that's in there looks like they've drained it, came out and it was silver. That's metal. Something has gone horribly wrong in this engine. There is no point doing these checks now. We've got to whip the engine out. We've got to determine how bad the damage is. Is it salvageable? If yes, we repair. If not, it's a replacement engine. Let's do this.
Green light, let's get it. 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 I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Hello, I'm Timothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gon' say now? We came along from last place. Bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touched down.
8-pack. This is how Gorillas look in the Bayern Munich. So now we've got the plenum chamber off. Joe was asking me earlier, what does the plenum chamber do? So the plenum chamber is basically a massive air filter where the air is directed into each of the... These are individual throttle bodies, that's why these sound so good. The first engine that I owned with individual throttle bodies was the Toyota 4AGE, 165 horsepower out of the Toyota 11A111. This has basically got two of them because it's a V8, so you can imagine how nice they sound. And it's not a very big car either, so that's why they're 400 odd horsepower. But anyway, I'll stop bragging about them. We got an issue to attend to. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is just quickly whip some of this wiring and get it all free. Should we try and turn it now that we can access it?
Yeah.
It's locked. Turns the other way a little bit, but it's locked. So we're going to carry on stripping. Let's get the engine out. So we've took some of the coolant hoses off, drained some coolant out. We did try and turn the engine, but obviously it's locked. Plenum chamber is now off, so I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect a few more of the cables. What we're then going to do is, obviously this has got power steering. Now if you look down here, the power steering pipes are all here, there and everywhere. So I'm literally going to, where they're attached to the engine, undo them. I will leave the power steering pump inside here. So I'll detach it from the engine, leave it inside, so that way we don't have to mess around with it. And anywhere underneath where it's attached to the actual engine, we'll just undo it. But it shouldn't leak because we're not physically going to be opening it. We'll just undo it from the engine here, 3 bolts. Aircon, I'm just going to put the machine on now and see if it's got any aircon gas in it. I don't know if it has or not, so we'll have a look at that, and then we'll pop these 2 pipes off here from the aircon compressor. That's it, gearbox out, engine's ready to come out. So that's that. S65 E92 M3 engine is out. We're literally going to put this onto the stand, turn it over, take the sump off and find out why it's seized. But for that, you'll have to join us for the next episode. See you then.